Hi, my name is Ákos Lédeci, and I'll be presenting the paper on removing the walls around visual educational programming environments. It is a collaborative effort with lots of people listed and not listed here, and it is being supported by the NSF and the NSA. Every one of us, including our children, use many applications of advanced computing technologies in our everyday life. Yet the underlying computer science concepts are not taught to anybody but computer science majors in college. The question is, can we teach these concepts to novices, specifically to high school students? Why should we, you ask? Because these technologies are rapidly becoming part of digital literacy, and because we could create much more engaging and relevant CS curriculum once students have access to these. And the answer is yes, we just need tool support. The rest of this short video will introduce NetsBlocks, an extension to Snap that we believe achieves these goals. Specifically, we added 2 abstractions and only 3 new blocks to Snap. Remote Procedure Calls, or RPCs, are functions that run on the server and provide access to online services and data sources. Related RPCs are grouped into services. A single self-documenting block called Call is all we need to use RPCs. The Call block is in the Network tab. The first menu item selects the service, while the second one shows the available RPCs. In turn, the input arguments show up. In this case, they are optional, so we can just click to get the data. Using just these blocks, we can create our first application. It shows how easy it is to start with NetsBlocks, just a few blocks of code, and we can visualize real scientific data. A few more blocks, and using the iScore data service, we can go back in time 800,000 years, or we can just see what happened since the Industrial Revolution. Message passing lets NetsBlocks projects send data to any other NetsBlocks project running anywhere on the internet and receive messages from Wi-Fi enabled devices as well. Only 2 new blocks are needed, send and when I receive. For example, here is a fully functional chat program. Any number of users can run this program to send messages to each other. Users can create their own message type with as many data fields as they need. This simple program lets us tell the robot to go forward, stop, or by handling this message from the touch sensor, slowly back up. NetsBlocks projects can also connect to mobile phones via the NetsBlocks server. Using the phone IoT service, they have access to all the phone sensors. Of course, they need to provide the password automatically generated and displayed on the phone's screen first. This project tracks the location of the user's phone and displays the track on a Google Map background. I sped up the video so that you do not have to watch me drive around the neighborhood for 5 minutes. Also recreate the classic labyrinth game by streaming acceleration data from the phone and moving the ball sprite accordingly. See how Devin is tilting his phone to avoid the holes and get to the green flag. With NetsBlocks, students can control multiple devices from the same project. Here we turn the phone into a remote robot controller. See how Nora drives her robot with a soft joystick and the stop and beep buttons on her phone. To enable remote learning, NetsBlocks also includes a virtual robotics environment. Multiple students can join the same room and program and test their robots collaborating with or competing against each other. The exact same programs work with physical and virtual robots. Here is a list of features NetsBlocks brings to the table. I would like to highlight collaboration support that works essentially like Google Docs. Students can work on shared projects synchronously or asynchronously. This was extremely handy during the pandemic with remote learning. There is no time to discuss the rest of the features, unfortunately, but the main point is this. There was no changes to the NetsBlocks client code, and most importantly, no new blocks were needed. Only RPCs and messages are utilized by these. We have piloted various NetsBlocks-based curricula in multiple summer camps, and we saw high school students, even ones with no previous programming experience, use these features productively. Thank you for your attention.